postseason atmosphere is electric as we welcome you to Game 1 of the League Championship Series on MLB Network. It's Game 1 of the American League Championship Series between the American League's Houston Astros and the New York Yankees. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms, and the team that gets the best outings are probably going to come out on top.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 New York Yankees.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
You know, taking a look at this lineup, Matt, one thing you have to take into account is the variables that you can't control. And that's the wind. It's blowing in. It's howling in. You're going to see some guys in this lineup change their approach. Not be looking for that launch angle and trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark. It's going to take a big man to put one over the wall today.
Shohei Ohtani will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Man, he pitched really well in his last one without allowing a single run and picking up the victory. Let's see if he can bring that stuff back to the ballpark with him and make it two really strong starts.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. And let's take a look at Jonathan Schoop, another one of the versatile new regime ball players. Ability to play second base, turn to double play at 6'2", 200+ pounds, and move over to third base with a rocket arm.
Leading off for Houston, third baseman number 2, Alex Bregman.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike one. Counts even 1-1 to Alex Bregman. And we're looking at a chilly October night here at Yankee Stadium. 53 degrees at first pitch. The 1-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Medrano takes it in. And he'll take this to the bag himself. And there's your first out of the ball game.
Batting second, here's the right fielder, Josh Reddick.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Boy, good bite on the slider, and it just missed inside. Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, strike one. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Hey, D-Row, James Kingsley's a pretty good umpire. He doesn't get too excited, keeps things under emotions. He's a pretty good ball and strike umpire.
Yeah, James Kingsley will never show you up, and he's always approachable.
Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Lifted in the air to center field. Hicks is under it. 2 gone.
Batting third, second baseman, Jose Altuve.
First offering on its way. A high fastball is in there. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count. This is a tough matchup.
Just a touch outside. 1-2.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Not many guys.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. And now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. What's the key for a home victory tonight, D-Row?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in the car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. Time for a look at the Houston Astros on D. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
Shohei Ohtani will come on now as the pinch hitter.
Number 17, Shohei Ohtani.
Keuchel gets the sign. Here comes the first pitch. Way in front of a great slider that time. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And now the Astros from the opening bell will have to deal with a real threat on the base paths.
Hey, this is perfect storm right here. This is how big innings start. You put a crooked number up on the board when the pitcher leads off an inning with a huge knock.
Brandon Drury will bat next. He's set. Here it comes. That's a strike to throw down. Might have been in time, but it's high, and it allows his man to dive in safely.
Some managers treat the postseason as a time to be aggressive, and that's exactly the case here. They had the speed burner on the move, and it worked out nicely for him. Just got to drive him in now.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. A runner at second, nobody out. swinging a soft liner, and this will be put away easily for the out.
Batting third.
Here's Jonathan Scope now.
Jonathan. Oh!
First delivery to him on the way. And that one just missed outside. Runner at second here with one man out. Missed with a slider.
That's a pretty tough spot for him to deal with in the first inning. Runner in scoring position already, and now he's got the 3-hitter salivating in a good hitter's count.
3-0 now. Don't go too far. The dangerous Giancarlo Stanton gets his shot next. Now a look and a throw back to second, but the runner's back easily. One out and a runner on second base. Popped him up. Bregman is there for it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And with 2 away, let's check out our playoff bracket as we give you a look at how these 2 teams advanced out of the divisional round to meet here for the league championship. Giancarlo Stanton now head-to-head passed with Dallas Keuchel. He's had some success, 5 for 11. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him 0-1. 2 out here and a runner at second. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
And a good eye as he lays off, and the count moves to 2-1 now on the Yankee left fielder. Two and two.
He'll be kicking himself tonight if he doesn't come up with a big knock right here. That pitch was in a hittable location, and a hitter of this caliber usually doesn't let that go by.
And he comes back with 1 down and in for ball 3. Gary Sanchez would be next. Hit in the air down the right field line. Reddick on the run. A dive, and he brings it in. And on a fantastic play, the inning is over. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Here's Carlos Correa now. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Carlos Correa.
First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Michael Conforto comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0. That'll find its way out of play. Still going to have a good hitter's count. 2-1 now. 2 balls and a strike. Here it is. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Every pitcher looks to get off to a good start, and I'd say he's off to a good start. How about the first 5 batters he's faced? 3 of them he sent down via the strikeout.
Here's George Springer. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Now the pitch. Could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes right here? Expect this guy to try and drive the baseball right here.
And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Coming to the plate now, Gary Sanchez. As they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Conforto looks up, and this one is gone. A home run. It's a solo shot here for Gary Sanchez. His first homer here in the series as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
In now, Zue Lin. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Keuchel sets his sights. Here's the 0-1. Well, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2. Hit in the air out to left field. Conforto waits on it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting 7, center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Into the box now, Aaron Hicks. Head-to-head pass with Dallas Keuchel. He's got 3 base hits in 16 tries. He also has 1 home run. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Reddick is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. Stepping in, Didi Gregorius will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
Hey, nice job of bouncing back after the leadoff homer. 2 quick outs after the bomb, and he's got a chance to get out of this.
Line drive snagged on a short hop. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Slider, and that's in there for strike 2.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at-bat, but you really never want to put yourself in an 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
Medrano backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out. Now at the plate, Marwin Gonzalez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking his zone right here. He has a chance for a quick inning. He is not nibbling. Everything is catching those 17 inches.
Behind 0-2 now. swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Evan Gattis now standing in. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He's pounding the zone.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Astros go down 1-2-3. It remains 1-0. Stepping into the box, Julio Medrano, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Julio Medrano.
First pitch of the at-bat. Little chopper back to the mound. And that's the first out.
Now batting.
At the plate, Shohei Ohtani. Second at-bat here. He reached via a single to lead off the home first.
Not an easy thing to do when you're in a leadoff spot, but that was a good piece of hitting in his first at-bat. An opposite field base hit, which leads me to believe that this guy's going to cover both sides of the plate.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Popped up, Bregman over to his left, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Up next for the Yankees.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brandon Drury hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
I know you're standing on the mound. You got 2 quick outs right here, but you have to respect the fact that this lineup can hit you and hit you in a hurry. Number 2-hole batter up at the plate. He has a chance to get on and get the big balls up. This is the cat and mouse of baseball right here. Batter versus pitcher. You fight so hard as an offensive player to get count leverage. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. Check out the batting averages in those counts. And then check out the batting averages in even and behind counts with 2 strikes. 2-0, your eyes light up, and the batter didn't miss it.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Springer has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. That'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
A ball and 2 strikes now. And that's going to be high. 2-2 now.
2-2.
Popped him up. Sanchez is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Josh Reddick. He flew out in his last at-bat. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. There's a strike. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Boy, it's been a rough go through these middle innings so far. This offense right now really doesn't have an answer for anything that he's throwing. He's attacking up, down, in, and out in the strike zone. He's been awfully dominant up to this point.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Astros. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, and leading off the inning, the big right-handed slugger, Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Well hit to right, but a foul ball. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
Hit back up the middle. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Now batting, catcher, Gary.
Stepping in, Gary Sanchez. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. It's a nice piece of hitting. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result is there.
Into the box, Zue Lin, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Check the swing there, and Larry Bullard says he held up just enough. Ball 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. In the dirt here. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Good job of making him chase that pitch down below the strike zone. That's where you want to pitch when you're looking for the double play ball.
Here now the 2-2. Right side hit hard. Altuve fields it cleanly. There's one on to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
Up next for the Yankees.
Digging in the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch on its way. Strike taken to throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ball 1. Correa, sometimes called Show Rea. He was a first-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
The count now at 2-1. Line to the right side, and there's the first hit of the game for Houston.
Hey, D-Row, it's about time they finally break through. We're into the 5th inning, and that's just their first hit of this game.
Yeah, Danny, it's been a pitcher's delight out there, but I'm an offensive guy. I want to see some balls moved into the gap. First knock. Hopefully this is the start of many.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Correa gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. From the stretch. And that one right down Main Street. Sliders in for a strike. No runs, just one hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros at this point. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. He struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Oh, this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, this guy is one strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Astros leave one. They're down 1-0. Digging in to try it again, Aaron Hicks, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout. He hasn't been using that pitch an awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's going to flip that occasionally for a strike, then so be it.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. And that's out number 1.
Now batting, shortstop,
Digging in, Didi Gregorius. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. And my gracious, that really drilled him as it rolls toward the first baseline. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg. And that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Ready for another chance? Julio Medrano. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ball 1. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Big swing and a miss at the changeup, a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for strike 2. Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly into the second deck and gone. Shot down the line in left, his first homer so far in the series, and this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees.
And he was totally dialed in for the first 2 hitters, seducing a couple of easy grounders. Then he catches way too much of the plate on the 3rd guy, and it winds up in the seats. Sometimes you can fall in the trap of not focusing all the way through the end of an inning when you're rolling out there on the mound. That might have happened here.
Next up, the 2-way Japanese import, Shohei Ohtani. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Hit out towards second. There is Altuve. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. We'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. One hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
And a big swing and a miss here. 2 strikes. Line hard to the left side. Foul.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
So he got him swinging. Marwin Gonzalez becomes the first out of the inning. First offering on its way. No balls and 1 strike. Gaddis, sometimes called Bull for apparent reasons. He was selected in the 23rd round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Man, he is looking flat out unhittable on the mound right now. That's 5 straight punch-outs. I love it, but I think he might want to get his defense involved at some point so they don't fall asleep.
Stepping in now, Alex Bregman, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. No hits to this point. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Talk about challenging a guy. He offered up 2 in a row.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Astros go down. Digging in, Brandon Drury. He singled his last time
Leading
up.
off for the Yankees. Right
Keuchel
fielder.
gets the sign. First pitch on the way. Very weakly on the ground, but it's foul, strike 1. And even 1-1 count to Brandon Drury. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Lays off. 2-2 now. Heading out towards shallow right. Reddick has a read on it. He's got it 1 away.
The batter, number 13, second baseman.
Here's Jonathan Scope now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he fouls this one off. And it's 0-2 to Scope.
Obviously looking to pull the baseball right there, out in front on that off-speed pitch. This will be an interesting sequence right here to see if he slows him down even more or tries to run a heater by him.
To 1-2 now. The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder.
Giancarlo Stanton now. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Talk about certain guys in the lineup that you want to be really careful with. This guy right here is one of those, and you can tell he's pitching awfully cautiously.
Outside, 3-0 now. No offer from Stanton. It's ball 4, so he'll head down to first.
Well, they were obviously pitching around him there, and I don't blame them. With the bases empty and 2 outs and a hitter of this caliber at the plate, make somebody else beat you.
Gary Sanchez will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. A ball and no strikes.
This is where he might need a mound visit, whether it be from the shortstop, his pitching coach, or the catcher. These last couple of pitches, it's certainly gotten away from him.
And this lines up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. Now some action out in the Houston bullpen, as it appears both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. 2-0 count. The pitch. 3-0 now.
Man, he just missed the zone right there. One of the toughest pitches in the game, that backdoor cutter. As an offensive player, you give up on that pitch. As soon as it comes out of the hand, the next thing you know, it's trying to grab the corner.
And they'll just make him throw one over here. 3-1.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I love the fact that he's keyholed in a certain area, and it wasn't what he was looking for.
Hard hit ball to short. He's got it. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him, as that ends the inning. The Yanks leave one, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Back here in the Bronx. 7th inning coming up now in game 1 as we take a look here at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Stepping in is Josh Reddick. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game.
Wow, that's one of the toughest pitches in baseball to hit, right? That good straight changeup, El Cambio. There's not much you can do with that. You're going off of that arm speed, and the ball, it just doesn't get there.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve, as he will line this one into right center, and this is going to get down and should be extra bases. Digging hard. He's headed for third. The relay, and Altuve is into third base with a triple.
Every coach will tell you when you're down by 2, you don't want to take too many chances on the base pass. Regardless, he hustles into third for the triple, and the tying run is coming to the plate.
Here's Carlos Correa now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. 1-1 the count now. Set. Here comes the 1-1. The changeup right on the outside corner for a strike. And that one just missed outside. Here now the 2-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That strikeout changes the whole complexion of the inning. He was definitely pitching for it with a runner on third and 1 out, and he got it. Now it's going to take a hit or something like a wild pitch to get that guy home.
Standing in now, Michael Conforto, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Tough slider down low for a strike.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
Conforto behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Misses, ball 2. Working on hanging another 0, the pitch. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up. 1 left for Houston. They trail things here 2-0. Buddy Bashirs gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. First pitch of the at-bat. A little bouncer. Now the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a breaking ball stays outside.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing at that one.
Correa will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone. Now at the plate, Aaron Hicks. 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Springer has a read on it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Ready once again, Didi Gregorius. Couple of ground outs on his batting line in 2 trips so far. First delivery to him on the way. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. A swing and a miss at the big curveball. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there in the inning. Into the box, George Springer. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8. 0-1 the count. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Fouled off. The next 0-2. And this is fouled at the plate. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Now the Cuban import, Yuli Gurriel. As the fastball is swung on and missed. Good location down at the knees for strike 1. Fastball called for strike 2.
He's feeling it out there on the mound, just getting the ball and throwing it with a lot of confidence right now.
Hit on the ground out to short. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash.
The batter, number 9.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one. The windup and the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that's through for his first base hit in this one.
Hey, after starting a game 0 for 2 with 2 punch outs, that single had to feel good right there. Nice piece of hit.
Evan Gattis now standing in. First offering on its way. Missed with a slider. Gonzalez leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. Coming up on the century mark in pitches now through the first 7 2/3.
And he's going to empty the bucket right here. He sees the finish line, Dan, and he's got a chance at this.
Well, there's no doubt about it.
Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now. Astros leave 1. They're down 2-0. Hector Rondon is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Striding in, Julio Medrano.
That last at-bat, that showed me something. It's not that easy to hit a changeup over 400-plus feet out of the ballpark. So this guy gets some good extension, strong wrist, and this guy's got some terrific bat speed.
Rondon is at least partially known for his big power slider. A lot of break on that pitch, but what makes it unique is how hard he's able to throw it. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Count still at 1-2. Again, a 1-2. takes this the other way to right. And that's a base hit, so a chance for some important insurance here to kick off the bottom of the 8th.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
First offering on its way. That's lifted the other way out to left. Conforto moves over. And that's the first out of the inning. Brandon Drury will bat next. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First delivery to him on the way. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider. The 1-0. His fastball taken high for a ball. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. There to play it is Springer, and that's out number 2. Now in the box, Jonathan Scope. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball down near the shoe tops. A runner on first with 2 away. Popped high in the air. Bregman is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Back in the Big Apple as we're set for what remains of this one on MLB Network. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. A ball and a strike to Houston's leadoff batter.
Hey, boys, although I'd love to get all over this offense for underachieving, let's tip our cap to this pitching staff right here. They've been able to execute, working all 4 quadrants and keeping this team totally off balance.
3-1 to him now. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Stanton has a read on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Final line there for the Yankees starting pitcher. He really delivered a fantastic postseason performance. Next up for the Stros, Josh Reddick. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. David Robertson answers the call from dugout as he'll try to record the final 2 outs of this one. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Looking up is Hicks. Gone!
Oh, man, he got hurt. His second pitch since coming in, and he serves one up. A reliever's worst nightmare and a big confidence boost to the lineup. Let's see if he can rebound.
Here's the 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Lifetime numbers versus David Robertson. He's 0 for 7. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now. And that one just missed outside. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Hicks is under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Striding in for Houston, Carlos Correa. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Aroldis Chapman takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight.
Well, these hitters can...
He strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate, but could not cash in.
Wow, you don't see a closer finish better than that very often. Only needed 4 pitches to slam the door in the face and salt this game away for his guys.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. New York jump out to a 1-0 series lead. Shohei Ohtani is the winning pitcher of record. Dallas Keuchel pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and the entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
Our final line score tonight,